This body camera video shows the 9-minute car ride right before Alan Ott died. Now his sister is suing the city of Athens and 2 officers for wrongful death and violation of Ott's rights. We do want to warn you, the video we're going to show you is graphic. It started at an Athens car wash,
You don't go to jail for PI.
where Ott admitted to taking meth and antidepressants.
Do you need to go to the ER now?
I do need to go to the ER.
Body camera footage shows police and EMTs taking Ott to the hospital, where he's checked out by staff and later discharged.
Can't feel my hand.
But a lawsuit filed by his sister lays out what happens next, where officers Jeremy Bowman and Bo Swafford struggle to get Ott into a patrol car,
Get in the car.
Let's get in, okay?
eventually putting him face down with hands cuffed behind his back. It's at this point, the lawsuit explains, Ott begins to uncontrollably spasm and shake.
Maybe just had a seizure.
He didn't have no seizure.
Maybe.
He's been doing that.
Here.
They cleared him.
Ow.
He thinks it's going to keep him out of jail.
Body camera video shows the shaking continue, with Ott wheezing and gasping for air.
Alan, stop, dude. You're still going to jail.
Swafford then makes a call to a supervisor, asking to get him to the jail quickly.
We don't have anything to strap him in with.
The seatbelt?
Seatbelt's not gonna hold him.
It'll hold him, though. You lock it.
All right, Chrissy, we'll just deal with it.
A 9-minute car ride later, Ott arrives at the jail.
Is he breathing?
He does not look like he's breathing.
He's not breathing, dude.
He is not breathing.
An autopsy later determined Ott's cause of death was an overdose, but Ott's sister says it shouldn't have gotten to this point, with officers failing to act while he was in distress.
Just didn't deserve what happened to him and how he was treated.
Tori telling us she's filing suit to try to make sure this doesn't happen to anyone else.
I just hope that, the police officers and everyone that was involved just get the right training on these kinds of life or death situations.
In the last hour, we received a statement from Athens Police Chief Cliff Couch. He says, "We respect the family's right to address their concerns in court, but will be unable to make any further statements about the case due to pending litigation." The full statement is posted on our website, newschannel9.com.
According to infectious disease expert Dr. Davey Smith, there are risks to taking the COVID-19 vaccine, but he says that risk is even higher when someone contracts the virus.
I'm not making it mandatory till the state makes it mandatory. I'm not.
Sheriff Jimmy Morris believes the COVID-19 vaccine is deadly.
To my knowledge, people has died everywhere from this vaccine. Somebody takes a loved one to the clinic to get their COVID vaccine. 5 days later, they're burying them because they come down with COVID pneumonia or blood clots.
We talked to Dr. Davey Smith about the sheriff's comments.
It's crazy for us not to get COVID-19 vaccines. We have a pandemic that is out of control.
Dr. Smith says the benefits of the vaccine outweigh the risk.
People look really closely at the data to show that the vaccinations for COVID-19 are really safe. Getting COVID-19 is not safe.
Dr. Smith says that it's important authorities and those in power enforce vaccinations by getting one themselves. Do you have a vaccine yourself or no?
No.
The sheriff told us tonight he made all employees and inmates in Bledsoe County Jail aware the vaccine is available, but no one wanted it.
I think we've had one person out of the trustees that wanted it.
According to Dr. Smith, local health departments across the country should educate and inform leaders of the risk of COVID-19.
The public health should grow a spine and protect the public health.
But despite the jail's low vaccination rates, Sheriff Morris said this when it comes to jail infections.
We've done very well so far, keep it out of our jail.
The Bledsoe County Health Department reports 24% of its residents have received two doses of the COVID-19 vaccine, and over 7,500 are fully vaccinated. The two groups are demanding that Congress end the filibuster, fully restore the 1965 Voting Rights Act, and more. But though they say there are many laws that those who are affecting them that are experiencing poverty. So yeah.
We demand that Congress, number one, end the filibuster.
A rally in Chattanooga to demand change from Congress. But this isn't the only place this is happening.
Hundreds of groups across the country are rallying right now to tell Congress to pass the For the People Act.
Atkins says there's 2,200 voting bills that already exist, but now Congress is pushing for more.
For the last year across the country, we've seen 389 voter suppression bills introduced in legislatures all over this country.
But the main demand from the Unity Group and Tennessee Poor People's Campaign is to end the filibuster.
Surely we can suspend it for one of our most essential democratic rights, voting rights.
Reverend Gregory Odom with the Poor People's Campaign says voter suppression laws like voter ID legislation places a burden on poor and minority communities.
I believe it cost me, it was a $30 fee to pull a copy of my birth certificate. Well, again, if you're in poverty, that could be a deal breaker.
There's an unfolding assault taking place in America today, an attempt to suppress and subvert the right to vote.
As Biden addresses these issues, GOP lawmakers insist that reforms are necessary to restore election integrity and prevent fraud.
Everybody should have a right to vote. Voting rights is a human right.
Biden, along with Democrats, have started an extensive effort to pass a federal overhaul of election law.